Hello guys, this is Mauri Majanoja, and you are watching World of Warcraft Lore Lesson number 91. Today we will be talking about the Dragonmaw Clan. The Dragonmaw were a fairly small and an unproven clan before coming to the mountains of Grim Battle. Even though they were small in numbers, they were powerful in battle. The Dragonmaw were loyal to Black Hand the Destroyer before and during his invasion of Azeroth. They were led by their chieftain, Zuluhead the Wagged, and he was one of the last few orcs who could get the elemental spirits to talk to him, retaining some level of shamanistic power, even after consuming the blood of Manoroth. Zuluhead was very loyal to Black Hand that even after Doomhammer had taken over, the crazy shaman actually pledged his loyalty to the deceased Black Hand sons, Rend and Maim, and their Blacktooth Kryn clan, rather than directly to the Blackrock clan. However, while Zuluhead didn't like Doomhammer all that much, he did enjoy the increased victories under Doomhammer. Later he began having strange visions of a powerful magical device of some sort, and he went to Doomhammer and asked the warchief to allow him send a force of Dragonmaw orcs to find it. Doomhammer didn't like Zuluhead either, but the two orcs understood each other. Much like Doomhammer, Zuluhead cared about victory for the Horde as a whole, more than bickering and arguing about who killed who. Therefore, when Zuluhead came to Doomhammer and said he could provide a powerful magical weapon for the Horde, Doomhammer was willing to allow him to try. It turned out that the visions were coming from Neltharion, the Earth Warder, and the fallen dragon aspect of Earth, better known nowadays as Deathwing. Deathwing had spent thousands of years searching for the Demon Soul, a magical disc he himself had created during the War of the Ancients in order to allow him to dominate or destroy the other dragonflights and become master of all Azeroth. While the device was very strong, enough to almost entirely wipe out the blue dragonflight, it had also been so powerful that it had begun to crack Deathwing from within. His skin erupted as molten rock boiled out of him, causing him to resort to ever more drastic measures to keep his body together. Despite this, his paranoid obsession with the device made him keep it close, where it could more easily destroy him from within. Malfurion Stormrage stole it from him during the ancient battles with the Burning Legion, thus inadvertently saving Deathwing from being killed by his own creation. The other four aspects couldn't destroy it, as Deathwing had tricked them into using their own power to help him make it. But they could seal it magically, so that he himself could never again use it. Once Deathwing found it, he needed expendable pawns to take possession of it and use it, since he himself could not. Zuluhead and his clan were perfect for Deathwing's scheme. Zuluhead entrusted the Demon Soul to a warrior and a warlock named Necros Skullcrusher, who used it to capture the Dragon Queen Alexstrasza, much to his surprise, and certainly to Alexstrasza's. The Dragonmaw used Alexstrasza's young to fight for the Horde, and fight they did, through much of the Second War. Operating out of the abandoned Wildhammer capital of Grim Battle, the Dragonmaw maintained their control over Alexstrasza and her flight after the Horde was defeated, using them to raid Alliance ports in the surrounding wetlands. However, Necros made the mistake of trying to move Alexstrasza and her eggs out of Grim Battle. This led to Alexstrasza's freedom, the death of Necros, and the temporary defeat of Deathwing as the other remaining aspects engaged him in pitched battle. Meanwhile, a human wizard used one of his scales to destroy the Demon Soul. Its destruction returned the other aspects to their full power, although it did not free Deathwing from his slow degradation as he burned alive from inside. At some point during the Second War, Zuluhead and the most of his clan returned to Draenor and survived the destruction that led to the creation of Outland. They were in the service of the Lord of Outland, Illidan Stormrage. Their attempts to subjugate dragons have again continued. Only this time, they were targeting a brood of nether drakes called the Nether Wing. In what appears to be a repeat of their capture of Alexstrasza, they captured the matriarch of the Nether Wing, the Nether Dragon Karinaku, and held her prisoner in their fortress. While Zuluhead served Illidan directly, several of the Dragonmaw became fell orcs, such as Overlord Morgor, who headed up the operations on the Netherwing Ledge. Zuluhead eventually died at the hands of the Netherwing Dragonflight and their mortal allies, who then infiltrated Morgor's own ranks and tricked the Fell Orc into believing they were loyal servants of the Dragonmaw. At the end, Morgor had to take the rest of his forces and flee. In World of Warcraft Cataclysm, Morgor was the warchief of the Dragonmaw Clan, using his Fell Orcs to keep the regular orcs in control. When Horde forces arrived in the Twilight Highlands to negotiate with the clan, Morgor killed the negotiator and decided to keep the player as a bargaining chip. However, thanks to Zayla, the player was able to escape and inform Horde command of the tensions between the regular orcs and the Fell Orcs within the clan. Using this information, the Horde forces laid siege to Dragonmaw Port from the shore, and the Dragonmaw themselves took arms against the Fell Orcs with supplies sent by the Horde fleet. The fight was eventually taken directly to Morgor, and with the help of the Horde, he was disposed of. Zayla announced that the new Dragonmaw dawns with his death. After the Horde and Dragonmaw routed out the remaining Fell Orcs, Garrosh Hellscream arrived and met with the new leader of the Dragonmaw Clan, Zayla, and welcomed the clan into the Horde. Despite their past crimes, it was the will of the warchief that the once maligned Dragonmaw joins the Horde in battle once again. In Mists of Pandaria, Zayla, the chieftain of the Dragonmaw, was summoned by Garrosh to help put down the burgeoning Darkspear rebellion. She could be found at the Dranosha blockade, projecting her will via the demon chain onto an enslaved proto-drake. During the Secrets of Ragefire scenario, the Gob Squad finds a large amount of proto-drake eggs in the cave, suggesting that the Dragonmaw now use proto-dragons as flying mounts instead of black dragons, and that they use their powerful air forces to support Garrosh. In the Siege of Orgrimmar, Zayla and some of her finest soldiers were tasked by Garrosh to defend Bladefist Bay against the fleets of both the Alliance and the Rebels during the Siege of Orgrimmar. Ultimately, Garrosh's forces were defeated by the combined forces of the Darkspear Rebellion and the Alliance. Zayla survived the Siege of Orgrimmar, however, and she will accompany Garrosh into the alternate Draenor universe, and her current state and the state of the clan is unknown. Thanks for watching. We hope you had enjoyed, and we will be coming back with more. Don't forget to like, favorite and subscribe, and also give us feedback on what you think and what you would like to see next.